It is December 22nd, 2025, and we have a rainstorm. And between rainstorms, I'm doing chop and drop because the rainfall is over evaporation. In other words, there's more rain than there is evaporation currently. I have to make a pathway for geologists and stuff to get in to look at the landslide. So I'm doing a rough 3-foot pathway that we can travel. This is all cottonwoods, and they're being cut to the ground or within 3 or 4 inches of the ground. You can see one right there, and we're just trimming them to give us a pathway to access through the erosion zone. And you can see the erosion gullies right here. This is pretty significant as an erosion gully. This is all sand. There might be sandstone underneath it, but we're not coming up on sandstone yet. And these are pretty deep gullies. This was a slip plane where the soil moved down the hill and caused a scarp on the top. And that scarp is actively eroding and has to reach 30 degrees of repose before it roughly stops. And that endangers a house that is within that scarp repose area. So I'm coming in and breaking down all this organic material in a chop and drop method. This is an old oak tree that has all this lichen and moss on it, and I'm breaking all that down and getting it to within 3 inches of the soil, so it will turn into a carbaceous sponge and start becoming soil, and not that way we're not just dealing with sand. This scarp is over 300 feet long. The landslide was significant within the last 20 years. And this is a huge amount of biomass to break down. And if it doesn't go to ground contact, then it just sits there. It doesn't break down very fast. And so we need all these depressions to be filled with biomass. And you can see where I got down to was that fallen tree, which was probably a cottonwood. But all this biomass, we have to give ourselves the ability to get it to rot down naturally and to break down naturally, unless somebody needs it removed. They want to come in here with skid steers and mulchers on the skid steers, but the land is far too uneven for that to work, and there's too many trees in the way. There are devices that'll do it, but due to the gullies, I think it's improbable that we should try. So getting this material down to ground level and getting it turned into a carpet or a mat carpet to reduce erosion and to turn into soil seems like a much more reasonable thing to do instead of trying to chip it all up. So there you go. There's the improvements for the 12 acres. This is an update to a permaculture project in Watsonville, California, in the Santa Cruz district. Have a great day.